Hello, everyone. It's me, Captain Blueberry Buckaroo, aka Lancer737, and I am visiting everyone's Equestria. Now, the reason I wasn't able to for a couple days was just the friends list was completely malfunctioning, so it wouldn't have been easy. I mean, it would have been possible compared to that one time where it flat out wasn't loading my friends at all. Excuse me. But at the same time, it would have been extremely difficult. I pretty much have to either write down everyone's name as I go or try to memorize it. And it gets to a point when I'm going through the long friend list that there were times in the past where I actually would forget. That's why I'm using the system I'm using now, where I will gift someone once I'm attempting to visit them. Anyway, we left off on Shining Cake, which unfortunately we will not be able to go to. Goldie Days, Dr. Daisy. Cloud's a nice name. Reminds me of the Final Fantasy character. Lucky Night. Nope. Lotus Days. Nope. Blue Days. We get to visit Blue Days. Excuse me. Hello, Blue Days. And happy early Easter, I guess. It's around three weeks away, so I guess I could say happy early Easter. Well, looks like they're somewhat just beginning. And I think they probably have, excuse me, I think they probably have Princess Luna, or they're pretty close to getting her. Actually, I'm going to have to say they're close to getting her. I don't see the castle where she would be at. But I hope you're enjoying the first campaign. The first full-blown campaign about Nightmare Moon. That was very fun. Excuse me. And I miss a lot of those permanent giant campaigns. I think we need a couple of those nowadays. Anyway, if I were to pick a favorite spot, it would have to be... I'm thinking this spot. It just looks kind of cool. I don't know. It almost looks like, to a degree, that the same architect that in this universe built the Castle of Friendship also built the Griffin. That's either a Griffin house or a Changeling house. I want to say Griffin because they have. You know what? Actually, looking at it closer, it is a reformed Changeling house. But I was wanting to say Griffin because it had, their structures do kind of have like a birdhouse like look, and this also, in a sense, does have a birdhouse like look. Anyway, Blue Days, I hope you're having a good day and stay safe and inside. So, from what I'm seeing, Nightmare Nights is still planned. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Apple cider. The, the Apple Cider Fest is still looking like it's going to happen. And Apple Cider Fest is the Applejack convention that they have in the Midwest in Indianapolis, I believe. And it's also going to have a Nightmare Night theme to it, so people are encouraged to wear costumes and stuff to it. That sounds really cool. I hope things are resolved by then and we can all go to that. That would be so cool. Definitely want to wear a costume. It would probably be based on a human version of an MLP character, and then from then on, something else. I think it's really, really gutsy to do the ponies as costumes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it works. Most of the costumes I see, even in that that episode I played when Fluttershy is dressed up as G1 Fluttershy, it doesn't look good. But if that's something you're gonna do, then I I wish you lots of luck because I don't think anyone's gonna pull it off and make it look cool. Now, humanizing them or just doing an Equestria Girl version, I think those always look good, especially Luna and Celestia and Cadence. I think I've seen some Starlight Glimmers that look really, really good. Um, can't think of anything else. Oh, there's some people that hybridize MLP with Halo, and that looks really awesome. So if you like both, that's something to look at. It's pretty cool. I think they have a Rainbow Dash that uses Generation 1 Mark 6 Scout Armor. Um, there's definitely one that uses classic Mark 6 armor, the base one. I think that one is a Twilight person. I think there's a Fluttershy one, but I cannot remember what armor they use. I think there needs to be armor made for all the characters, to be honest with you. And to some degree, I would either think Luna should have the Mark 7 or the Spartan Laser armor. Just for the sheer fact that, well, Mark 7 is epic. It is really awesome. It's something probably any of the Alicorns should have. And then Spartan Laser armor, just because she has the most epic Spartan Laser in the Halo series is called Celine's Lance, and I call it Luna's Lance because the names are semi interchangeable, and Celine was a name that was being considered being used for Luna. And Spartan lasers are also my most favorite weapon, so that was just like a happy coincidence that the most epic version of a Spartan laser shares something with Luna. And it's almost broken too. It is awesome. You have more charges for it to fire, like up to 8 or 10 more shots than normal. Well, I should say it's up to 8 or 10 shots. The normal shots are between 4 and 5. Um, the damage per square inch of the beam is more powerful than any of the Spartan lasers, and the beam is much longer than normal for Spartan lasers. So you're doing tremendous more damage with it than any of the other ones. And as a bonus, the targeting laser also harms things and does not use up any of the charges. So you technically have a weapon with unlimited ammo in it. In a game where that's not normal for infantry weapons. That's weird. But I absolutely love that weapon. In fact, a couple days ago, I randomly got one in a pack, just a daily pack. It was pretty cool. If they have Warzone Turbo again, I can't wait to break that thing out and use it. It is just such a cool weapon. If you haven't seen it, I did make a I can't think of the word now. I made a video with a whole bunch of times I used it using music that the fandom made for Princess Luna, and it turned out really epic, especially since I threw in a bunch of scenes from MLP with it. But I did really epic things with that weapon, destroying enemy tanks, taking out aircraft. Well, I did that with some of the other ones that were not as cool as Luna's, but I took out a lot of things, and I even took out infantry and one actual player and a marine with the targeting laser. There's a guy on online that has done it better than me, but they had two double most powerful damage boosts added onto it, and I never got lucky enough where I could have two of them at the same time. By the time I'd find someone, like one of them would wear out. But I'm just happy I did take out an actual player because even though it is unlimited, the damage is not that high. It's about the same as an assault rifle, which is kind of meh. Mr. Cake. Getting back to MLP. Well, I sort of am still talking about MLP. It's just MLP mixed with Halo. Golden. Nope. Prim. Oh, we get to visit Prim. Isn't that amazing? Okay, Prim, here you go. Don't forget to add Prim Music. The friend code is right next to their name. Their place is very nicely organized. They have a lot of the ground tiles. From the looks of it, it's just to prevent rocks and stuff from forming. I like that they have tiles surrounding all the elements to make it more important feeling. Looks like they still have to get rid of the darkness of Nightmare Moon in this spot. I didn't notice the fireflies before. So, if I were to pick a favorite spot, it would probably have to be right here. Um, I'm gonna be honest; it's a little bit difficult to pick a spot just because everything is very organized, but this still is a very nice looking place. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, I wish you good luck pro music, and I hope you stay safe and stay inside and stay warm and have a good day. So yeah, that's the reasons why I think Luna should have either the Mark 7 armor or the Generation 2 version of the Mark 7 armor, which is still technically Mark 7 armor, it's just Generation 2 Mark 7. It's called Decimator. Or the Spartan laser armor, just because there's a weapon that is semi-linked to her. And you never know, it might be on purpose because a lot of the people that run Microsoft slash Xbox are MLP fans. So it's quite possible. And like it's really cool they have a bunch of achievements just for the Xbox itself that have hints that, they were MLP fans. And they even had an error warning for coding, and in that warning they used an MLP reference. In the Connect 2.0 tutorial, the achievements are unicorns and alicorns. I mean, they're not in the style of MLP, but they were unicorns and alicorns. All that combined cannot be a coincidence. I miss that they used to have MLP avatar stuff. I never got a chance to get any of it. And it's all gone. It's not because of Microsoft. It's actually because the company that made that stuff, they wanted to get into a different kind of business. So they let lapse all their avatar stuff, not just MLP. Oh, and I thought I should say this. It looks like someone got their hands on the first season 10 comic book for MLP. So check that out online. And don't forget though, leave that stuff in quarantine, and also if you can, I would wipe down the outside of the box if you order any MLP comic books with the sanitizer wipe, but still don't open it for a while. Now it looks like it's possible that the illness that's spreading, it doesn't last as long as people were saying, like a month, longer than a month. It looks like it might only be 4 days. It, I I'm not seeing it being more true one way or another, so I don't know. I would still feel like it'd be safer just to hold it in quarantine for a month, slightly more than a month. And then by that point, then when you get it, the second one should already be at your house, and you can just, you'll end up waiting the same amount of time you would if you weren't having it in quarantine, because the comics only do come out once a month, or sometimes two times in 1 month. Um, I'm very interested to see what happens in season 10 for MLP, comic book wise. Oh, and I also thought I should point out, with everything shutting down and everything, I'm kind of wondering, unless it's put on autopilot, I'm actually wondering if we're gonna have any campaigns for a while. I need to look into that. I have not. seen anything for Gameloft itself, if they were shutting down because of the illness spreading or what. But it's quite possible we won't be getting any brand new campaigns for a while just because, they want to prevent people being sick and so they'll stay at home or something like that. Although technically with the equipment we have now, they should be able to work from home. Which is always good. Okay, just about where we left off at. Okay, here we go. Randolph cake. Nope. Rosie. Nope. Granny. Nope. Cherry music. We get to go visit Cherry Music. Hello, Cherry Music. Here you go. Happy early Easter. This place looks very, very nice. It's organized, but still has a bunch of random touches of detail to it that I like. That looks pretty cool. I almost want to say this section right here, that what we're seeing is my favorite section. It just looks very, very nice having a miniature little set of woods to walk through. Then you have the happiest tree of happy trees next to a library that is a tree, and then the castle of friendship with the statue and a little bit of shrubbery. It looks very, very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that probably is my favorite part. One of Trixie's stages is right there. There's that thing again. I don't know why it's doing that. Like how that clock tower is surrounded by miniature forest. Pinkie Pie is checking things. Oh wait, that's not Pinkie Pie. Whoops, my bad. um, Twilight and Rarity and Starlight Glimmer are checking things out right there. Amethyst Star. I love Amethyst Star. Got another clock tower with some trees and stuff. There's Trixie checking things out by her stage and this concert hall. Oh, and then Evil Rarity, of course, being evil. Excuse me. I love this part too. But what I pointed out before is my favorite part. Anyway, Cherry Music, I hope you stay safe and good luck with everything you're doing. I'm very sorry. Today I have a lot more stuff in my throat than I did last time. It's pretty annoying. Excuse me. In fact, I think I might just do one more reading and then sorry, one more visit, and then I'm gonna do the reading from the little black book and call it quits. It's just my throat's bothering me right now. Um, can't. What would you guys like to see from the season 10 MLP comic books? It looks like Luna and Celeste are still up to something, which is really cool. I really want to see the original Alicorn Kingdoms, to be honest with you. I imagine it being something similar to like what you see with the High Elves and Lord of the Rings, but you never know. I'd love to be surprised if it was something else, but still looked really cool and still kept true to what I really like, which is the magical elements. I don't mean like literally the elements, although that contributes to it, but like there's many different themes, artistic themes in MLP, and the thing that attracts me is like the more fantasy based stuff as opposed to stuff like what you'd see with Rarity and Pinkie Pie. Keep on bringing them up. I'm sorry to say it. It makes it sound like I dislike them. I don't. I like other things more than them. And I think usually when they're a supporting character, that's when they're really awesome. It seems like most of the time when the only character or the main character of the episode. It usually isn't that good, but that is just me. Pretty sure there's other people that'd be like, I hate Princess Luna episodes, or I hate Rainbow Dash episodes, or Applejack. Applejack is kind of a weird toss up between the two, because she does have some fantasy based episodes, but then she has some down to earth episodes about family, which isn't necessarily fantasy based. Unfortunately, we won't be going to Caring. Dusty Pie. Oh, we get to go visit Dusty Pie. Hello, Dusty Pie. This place looks very nice. This might be my favorite one for today. Excuse me. Yeah, this looks excellent. And I love how you have thick groves of trees mixed in with the buildings, and then, you know, the happiest tree ever. That looks very cool. That section over here, what you see on the screen, that's probably my favorite part. Yeah, like I said, it looks very nicely done. Excuse me. It's well organized, but not like super. Man, I'm sorry. My throat is not doing well. It's super organized. Oh, darn it! I can't even say things right. It's organized, but not like, you know, like OCD style organized, where it would lose its charm in any unique detail that certain sections might have. Rainbow Dash and Trixie. That's an awesome combination. One of the comics I was reading had them team up. That Trixie and Rainbow Dash are actually friends. I could totally see that. And Pinkie Pie's having a muffin with a cherry on top. Sorry, probably a cupcake with a cherry on top. Sounds pretty good. Never actually had a super well done cupcake. Sorry, wow. I have never had a very super 5-star fancy cupcake where it has, you know, amazing super rich icing with the cherry. I've had it. I've had that except for the fruit, except for the cherry on top. I've always wanted to try that. Well, you know, I'm going to try a few more, but my throat is not doing well. Man, I am very sorry. Again, very, very sorry. My throat is just really messed up right now. I was drinking some milk, and I felt like I swallowed in such a way that my throat, the internal part of my throat, went through my muscles, if that makes any sense. It was a weird feeling. It was slightly painful. Oh, and a quick update on the comics. You might not be able to get the physical copy of the comics. A lot of the printing places that make, you know, that actually print the comics for like Image Comics or DC Comics and so on and so forth, they're shutting down. One already shut down, and DC, the printer for DC, is shutting down tomorrow. So you might have to just get the MLP comics digitally if they do sell them. Which, in which case, you know, you don't have to worry at all about it. You know, sanitation issues. You go ahead and read those at your heart's content. And this is not running well today. Does not want to scroll. This might take a while. But we're almost out of the 70s. Come on, here we go. I'm thinking about visiting Sweet Apple Acres next once I'm done with this. If I'm ever done with this, I'm I'm just now in the 70s. And it does not want to move. Which is very unfortunate. Um, man. I was watching this one other channel. Apparently, there's an MLP activity book where it's very similar to, you know, that special feature that I have in this game, or most of us have in this game, where you can have the ponies in real life through your camera. Well, apparently they have an activity book where it makes the MLP characters 3D. It might add even more detail through your phone. If I don't know if you need a special app for it, but it looked pretty cool. I've seen this book before. Never really thought about. Well, I thought about getting it partially just to review it, but seeing that it has interactive 3D features to the phone, I might get that the next time at the grocery store. And show you guys what it's like. If it's only 3D and it really has no other use, then it's kind of a cheap gimmick, at least in my opinion. Trying to think that I think that's it for MLP news. I haven't seen anything else at all. Oh, I did see that Brony Nation made a theory video about who is in control of dream walking and managing the dreams now. Which honestly, I think it should still be Princess Luna, because it's an inherited natural magical ability that only she had. So I don't think that's something she should just give away, because that's an incredibly powerful ability, more so than moving the moon. And I saw some calculations for energy output for how much energy is being exerted based on the fastest that she's ever moved the moon, and it was in the Yoda tons of energy, which a ton, when they're talking about tons and energy conversion or calculations, they're meaning like ton of TNT. So this would be, let's just say the Yoda tons, when you're looking at the energy scales, Yoda tons in a lot of places I go to don't even exist on the chart. That's how high it is. It's insanely high. If Equestria was ever invaded by aliens and she used the moon as a meteor hammer, the alien ships are likely going to just vaporize. Okay, Flash Pie. I don't know why Blue Days is highlighted, because I certainly did not click on them. But oh, we get to visit them. That's kind of cool. That's kind of weird. Well, it says I've been here. Unless I'm missing something and the friends list is messed up, I don't recall being here. Well, it looks kind of decent. Oh, yeah, I have been here. See, that's what I'm talking about. This thing is moving everyone about on the friends list. It's hard to keep track. I don't know what's going on anymore. Darn it. And it is a nice place, but darn it, when the game is doing stuff like this. I'm going to do one more. Very sorry for going there again unintentionally. I had to check at the very least. I mean, you saw it. There's no reason why it should suddenly be down below places I haven't been, even though it shows that I had been there. My friends list is just shuffling everyone around, and it's making things very difficult for visiting people. Oh, excuse me. My throat's just not good. I feel like I have rubber cement in my throat. Best way to describe it. I feel like I'm being slowly strangled. And this friends list is doing all it can not to move, which is fantastic. I'm being sarcastic. I hope you're enjoying the Halo videos I've uploaded. It's been such a long time since I played Halo Reach that in some ways I am a little rusty, but in other ways, because of the experience I've gained from playing Halo 4 and 5, I'm actually doing better than I remember doing. Except for the Starfighter mission. I'm so upset how that played out. I think it's because I've been lax in my playing any Starfighter and Flight Simulator games for such a long time. That and I don't remember the tactics the enemies use. So that didn't help. But that whole mission felt disappointing, unfortunately. Um, let's see. One thing I wish they had fixed for the Master Chief Collection version of Halo Reach was to have it so that all your experience that you gained in the original one that came out on Xbox 360 would carry over, because I really do hate having to grind over again for all the armor that I used to have, all the really cool stuff that I used to have. It's just not fair. And in the past one, you got XP towards that armor just playing campaign. They removed that too in this one. Can only be on player versus player mode, which for me is that sucks a little bit, because I don't want to always have to play player versus player mode. Not that it's not fun, but it's not the only thing I want to be stuck to playing just to do anything in the game. Okay, we're just about there. Here we go. Little Days. Nope. Uncle Pie. Nope. Joe Pants. Nope. Okay, this is gonna work. Wow, this, I take it back. This might be my favorite place. Nah, scratch that. This is my second favorite place. The other place was slightly cooler, but this still looks like a very cool place. This one is leaning towards being way more organized, cookie cutter organized, but it still looks very cool. And I think what's on screen, that's my favorite section. They still got a ways to go in the campaign, though. But I hope they're having a lot of fun playing it, because the Nightmare Noon, bleh, not Noon, Nightmare Moon story arc was very fun. Okay, so we're gonna back out. Gonna show you my friend code. Maybe. My friend code is at the very top left hand corner. And so we're gonna do the final reading of the day from the Little Black Book. So today, March 25th, 2022. I mean, 2020. Sorry, my bad. Spitting. In John's account of the story, Jesus restoring the sight of the man born blind, The evolutionist specifically notes that Jesus spat in the ground and made clay, which he then applied to the man's eyes. In Mark's account, Jesus spits on the eyes of the blind man, on the blind man before healing him. In both passages, Jesus uses spit in the process of healing the man. In contrast, in the Old Testament, the action of spitting was an insult and a sign of contempt. In the 25th chapter of Deuteronomy, a man who fails to follow the Jewish law of marrying his dead brother's wife was to be spat upon. He was under the curse of God for refusing to follow God's law. In the 12th chapter of Numbers, spitting in someone's face indicated the person was cursed by God. There's no consensus among biblical scholars about why Jesus used spittle when healing the man born blind. Some have suggested that there may be a connection with the anointing, smearing with sacred chrism that's part of the spiritual of baptism. Today is the feast of the inauguration. They brought the one who was once blind to the Pharisees. Now Jesus had made clay and opened his eyes on the Sabbath. So then the Pharisees also asked the man how he was able to see. He said to them, "He put clay on my eyes, and I was washed, and now I can see." Some of the Pharisees said, "This man is not from God, because he does not keep the Sabbath." But others said, "How can a sinful man do such things?" There was a division among them. So they said to the blind man again, "What do you have to say about him, since he opened your eyes?" He said, "He is prophet." John 9:13 through 17. After healing the man born blind, Jesus won't be seen again until the story's final verses. This next part describes various people's reactions to the miracle through the series of 4 interrogations. The first interrogation is made by the friends and neighbors of the man born blind. They had been used to seeing him being, and now they that's what it says. That's kind of weird. Begging, and now they want to know what had happened to him. The second interrogation strikes a different note. As the Pharisees enter the story, they're suspicious. Some get caught up in the fact that Jesus made clay on the Sabbath, when the law says they're not allowed to work on the Sabbath. They think that they see it all, and they're ready to go after anyone who doesn't see it in their way. Nobody really wants to put themselves in the shoes of the Pharisees, but in order to be honest with myself, I have to do it. Not that I am always like them, but sometimes I am. It doesn't matter whether I can myself liberal, moderate, or conservative. Everyone's got blind spots. Lent is a good time to look for my own blind spots. Jesus opened my eyes too. That is the reading from the Little Black Book for today, and I hope everyone stays safe, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good day.